recognized for a Heart of a Brave award. Just an opportunity to recognize people for the work that they've done and give employees, parents, community members the opportunity to reach out and say, what people mean to them, how good of a job they're doing, what they mean to Union County. I've worked with Mason Holloran last year. He does a fantastic job in the building, so we'll kind of just get straight into this. Mason, tell us a little bit about yourself, your journey, and what inspired you to be a teacher.
So I've been working in Union County schools for roughly 9 years now. I started out as a substitute art teacher, and then I moved into instructional assistant, and then after that I worked in special education until last year when I changed over to physical education. And I kind of got into it, and I coach, and I really wanted to be involved with football, and there was no better place to do that than here, and with the guy that coached me growing up, so that was a good situation.
So now that you're really in it, what would you say that you love most about what you do?
Interacting with middle school kids, it's just a good age group. I like that age group because I know what that meant to me at my age when I was in middle school, and how much you have all these different emotions, and you're just struggling to come up in the world. And, I know a lot of people don't really like it, but I like that age group. It just means a lot.
So we talk about a teacher, but after the historic season that the Braves football team had this year, as a coach, whenever you have something special, and when you're a part of something special. So what was it like to be a part of a program that accomplished so much, and just having those personalities out there with you?
It was just a lot of fun, very special. It's a lot of fun, but we knew heading into the previous year, I guess the 2023 season, how good that group was. So as great as this was, we were heartbroken after last year because we knew how great that group was. And then to finally kind of turn around and get it all together, and the kids are just awesome, and I love working with the coaches, and it's a good deal.
Was there a point this year where you just kind of knew, hey, we have something special? Was there a specific game or moment that you kind of just knew that you were there?
I think we all kind of knew in the whole off season. We knew where we had to get over this hump. We knew that we were good and everything like that. And then, the season we started off with was 2-2. We have a loss, and then we play against Hancock here, and we're worried about it because Hancock County's a good team. They were undefeated at the time, and then we come out and play them the way we did, and we're finally starting to pick it back up. Finally starting to figure our things out. And then once that happened, we start rolling into week and week, and so I guess that point was when we started playing it back to where we knew we should be.
Sure. We talk about a teacher. You're a coach. This year, you also pick up the role of athletic director. On your family, on yourself. Those days get really long. And some of those days are hard. What really motivates you every day? To get up the next morning and be like, hey, this is what I want to do in my life, and this is what I want to try to get done today.
Well, kind of talking back to that middle school age group, but really just on the whole, was I know what sports meant to me growing up, and I know what the role models I had around me. My coaches, Coach Carter, John's in middle school, what they meant to me and how much they helped me become the person I wanted to be. And that's really how I look at it. My wife gets upset with me. I miss some things and things like that, but when I do that, and she understands now. But I look at them as my family too. I don't want to miss that family, and the same for the kids. I just don't want to miss them.
If you could give advice, you've done obviously many different roles right now, but in the past, you've been a sub, you've been an instructional assistant, you've done these things. Looking back, if you could give advice to any teacher or instructional assistant or anybody out there who's trying to make an impact, what kind of advice do you think you would give?
It sounds kind of funny, but to be willing to take advice, I guess. Listen to other people's opinions on things. Don't think you have it all figured out because you don't. I don't. None of us probably do. But other people have different experiences that aren't similar to yours, so they're willing to help you out. And thankfully, there's a lot of people that are willing to help out. So I'd say just be willing to listen to others.
I know you talked about some of your role models and those people who had an impact on you growing up. But since you got into education, is there someone specifically who kind of played a pivotal role in pushing you forward or moving you toward where you are right now?
I mean, it's just a collection of everybody. I mean, like I said, my coaches before, teachers that I've had, Miss Clifton and I'm sorry, Miss Donna Jean Wolf. Yeah, like teachers like that motivate me then, and then coaches, and then now teachers and colleagues. Like, heck, you motivated me. I mean, get me over there and let me do what I wanted to do. I mean, that was nice, So, I mean, it's really just everybody. It's not just one person or none of that.
Kind of talking about how your role changed in my first year over there. You became the first weightlifting teacher at UCMS, and we got a ton of positive feedback. Like, kids really bought into that. Anything you want to speak toward that job?
I mean, it's a dream job. It's fun, and I know it's not everybody's cup of tea, but really, the kids that get in there, I tell them, I want it to be almost a break for them throughout the day, where it's not, head in the book or in a Chromebook, anything like that. It's, maybe you don't want to bench press, but do some type of physical activity. Let's get active in here and that. And kids seem to really respond to that because they do have kind of choice in there. Not everybody likes it, but for the most part, I think a lot of them enjoy that.
Do you find that a lot of those kids, like, there's some people that come in there that think maybe this isn't for me, and then they figure out, like, hey, I actually really do enjoy doing this?
Yeah, that's like the funnest part of it. Like, kids that do that, or kids that come up to you and say, well, I can't even do this, and then I've used him as an example. I won't say his name because I don't want to call him out or nothing, but I had a kid tell me the first day last year he couldn't do a single push-up, and then by the time he was leaving, he was one of the strongest kids in his class on the bench press at the very least. It was just fun to see him really realize he liked it and that he could do these things and not just, well, I'm this way and that's just who I am. He realized he could do this and work hard, and it worked out for him.
So you've gotten to this point in your career, kind of looking toward the future. What do you see yourself as? Maybe 5-10 years. Where else do you want to go with this?
Here, I don't want to go anywhere else, man. I was born in Union County. The only time I didn't live here is when I went to Western. I love Union County, and I'm just very proud of where I'm from. I don't want to be anywhere else. I'm okay doing what I'm doing for the rest of my life. I mean, I enjoy it. I tell my wife all the time I'm going to die on that football field down there. And that's okay with me. She accepts it.
So at least she knows. At least she gets it. So this is the last question I have for you, and it's kind of one that requires a little forethought, but also a little reflection. When you retire from teaching, when you're completely done with this, and you're retired from coaching, and I know you said you're going to die on that football field. We hope that doesn't happen. But what do you want people to say about you whenever they look back on the impact that you had on them?
No, I never really thought of it. I hope everybody just thinks, I was a good guy. Nothing too crazy. I just want everybody to be no bad memories, I'm sure, but I just want everybody to think, that was a good guy and he cared and was loyal and all that. That's what I hope for.
Hey, well, Union County's blessed to have you, man. And I know firsthand from working with you last year, like, how great of a person you are and what those kids mean to you and what you mean to them. So I could not be more excited to have this interview today and get to talk to you a little bit. But just so you know, I think very highly of you and what you do, and I hope that never passes by where you don't realize that.